regarding the holistic management and whatever the evidences that we have shared? Any final thought?
I think that's what I was telling you. Obesity is one of the component of diabetes, and OSA is in almost in 50%. OSA is one of the important factor. Probably by reducing the weight, by reducing the adenopectins, it is going to reduce the significant amount of OSA in people suffering from obesity, sleep apnea syndrome. Probably that aspect also is going to play an important role. In respect, especially in cardiovascular outcome trials, has proved beyond doubt, it is one of the wonder drugs which we are going to use routinely in management of heart failure in diabetic, non-diabetic, and probably it's going to play a role in resistant hypertension when other drugs are not working. We know spironolactone, we are MRIs are using in resistant hypertension, and sympathetic denervation did not play a role in reducing hypertension. Probably you may have to try in some patient of resistant hypertension. Probably we have to think. Overall, this is going to be a big molecule. Probably it is going to take over all the other molecules which are available in the management of diabetes and probably reduce the cardiovascular outcomes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Any final thoughts from you, sir, Dr. Sekuri, sir?
See, let me summarize, Dr. Smita. So let the participants have some sort of evidence based medicine. Let me summarize and put the things in a clear cut manner. Okay. So way back in 2015, when the SGLT2 era started actually, and the ADA bar EASD, that is American Diabetes Association, and the European Association for the Study of Diabetes, just said that the common consensus of the treatment algorithm of type 2 DM, that SGLT2 inhibitors are recommended as only the glucose lowering agents. That was the first statement by the consensus statement by ADA and EASD. And when it in 2016, immediately the Canadian Association, that is Canadian Diabetes Association, that is CDA, it simply said the empagliflozin is recommended to reduce the cardiovascular and all-cause mortality. And immediately after that, Canadian Diabetes Association, the European Society of Cardiology, way back in 2016, said empagliflozin is recommended with proven benefit on MACE and the cardiovascular death. And when it came to 2019, just last year in San Francisco, the ERA, that is European Renal Association, and the EDTA, that is European Dialysis and Transplant Association, along with the ESC, the European Society of Cardiology, and the EASD, the common consensus, just they recommended SGLT2 inhibitors with evidence of cardiac and nephroprotective nature to reduce the progression of diabetic kidney disease. And this is, if you take the level of evidence, the class of recommendation is 1 and the level of recommendation is A, to be taken very, very seriously. And coming to the latest, the virtual meetings, only 2020, the COVID pandemic made us like sit in our houses, sit in our clinics, do all these virtual meetings. The 2020 ADA said clearly that recommended SGLT2 inhibitors with proven cardiovascular benefit if atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease predominates. And SGLT2 inhibitors with evidence of reducing either the heart failure or the chronic kidney disease if heart failure or the chronic kidney disease predominates. And finally, I conclude by saying these recommendations are independent of the baseline HbA1c. Let it be even in the high risk, see at risk of atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, or even the ESC said even to start with the patient, a naive T2DM patient with atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease or at risk of developing atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, with or without metformin, you straight away start the SGLT2 inhibitor or the GLP-1 receptor agonist, considering the cardiovascular benefits. So, irrespective of the baseline A1C, let it be 7 or 7.5, whatever it may be, I strongly recommend, I go by evidence-based medicine, and I ask my colleagues also to start, if the patient is affordable, to prevent the long-term complications, with minimal investment month-wise by adding empagliflozin in their prescriptions and help the patient population by not getting into this the cardiovascular complications and the mortality and the morbidity goes down drastically.
So thank you very much, sir, for concluding.
Thank you.
so much, sir.
Thank you very much. And
So,
Thank you, Smita.
sir,
And-
I see that there are no more no questions in the Q&A or the chat box. So
no
so I
question
think,
and
sir, with
answers,
your
huh?
permission- I
Yeah,
think,
it's surprising,
next week,
Smita. Usually, usually, Smita, what happens whenever my speaker program grows, that my participants will be waiting for only the question and answer session. Actually, so surprising that. So it seems Raghu sir has covered all, and you have covered everything.
So thank you, sir. Nice.
Sir, okay. I think there is one, somebody has commented that they have got all the answers. So I think.
Oh,
yeah,
thank you so much for patient listening, and thank you so much, Dr. Smita Brahma, for giving me an opportunity. And I thank my Professor Dr. Raghu sir also for giving me an opportunity to be a panelist with this stalwart. I wholeheartedly thank you, sir, Raghu sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, with that, I would like to thank both of you for giving us your valuable inputs and also your valuable time. And I hope we can have such sessions in the near future as well.
Yeah,
So, with that,
absolutely.
I
Let's
wish
be
you very
optimistic,
good evening.
Smita. Let's be
Yes, sir.
optimistic and let's be hopeful. Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir. So, and sir, day after tomorrow, we are our Emperor reduced trial. results.
Yeah.
So,
6 o'clock.
I hope you will join. Yeah.
6 o'clock. We'll be ready for that. Okay. Emperor HRF. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
So, and thank you to all our participants who have stayed with us even though we are a little bit late. So thank you so much for all of them for have joined this. And sir, I think there is one question. Would
Yeah.
you like to take this?
Yeah, please.
Answer, sir. They want to know if borderline diabetic slips directly into CKD. I think borderline diabetic who slips into CKD. I don't know if they want the management aspect or.
No, let the question have some clarity. First of all, there is no borderline diabetes.
Yeah.
See, let us use the international nomenclature which is given. Maybe he wanted to convey that pre-diabetes. I think.
Yeah, probably.
Probably it is pre-diabetes, Smita. But pre-diabetes is definitely vulnerable to more events of the atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease as seen with the diabetes equally. That is the importance of pre-diabetes, and that is the high time we have to catch the patients. In that particular, earlier we used to say pre-hypertension, now it is no more there. The JNC8 has changed everything. Like either the impaired fasting glucose or the impaired glucose tolerance put together as pre-diabetes. If we can pick the patients at that particular level, we can prevent by using these lifestyle modifications and the weight reduction, diet, exercise, cessation of smoking and cessation of alcohol, and addition of 500 milligram of sustained release of glycogen, this particular metformin will either postpone the onset of over diabetes or completely it may regress to NGT, that is normal glucose tolerance, and it's going to prevent the cardiovascular complications even. That's what I don't think is the pre-diabetes is directly linked to it. Nobody would slip down to CKD directly, DKD. That no more the CKD in diabetes. It is always diabetic kidney disease from 2016 onwards. So if at all there is another risk factor like maybe hypertension, maybe some NSAID abuse, they don't generally get into DKD in the stage of pre-diabetes. That's what my experience is. He must have got some comorbidities along with this pre-diabetes.
Yes, I think they have clarified it. Pre-diabetic case that she had seen.
Yeah, that's what.
Patient was pre-diabetic.
Yeah, but one thing, the take-home message, Smita, take home message, what I say is, all the patients of pre-diabetes, as per the recommendations of the American Diabetes Association, must be put on metformin along with the lifestyle modification. But that is being very much underused. In country like India, it's less than 3%. Very pathetic. It is very, very pathetic. Less than 3% of the pre-diabetic patients are put on metformin. So, in fact, every patient should be put on metformin in pre-diabetes, along with not as the first step, the diet, exercise, weight reduction, cessation of smoking, cessation of alcohol, and addition of 500 milligram of metformin sustained release is going to do wonders in the years to come. That's what.
Thanks, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for answering that question. So, sir, I see that there are no further questions. And so, with that, sir, I would like to thank you for giving us your valuable time. And we hope to see you soon, sir.
Yeah, we also hope to see you soon, Smita. If you give us a chance, we are there.
Sir, absolutely, sir. It was wonderful talking to you. So, we'll definitely have you back, sir. Definitely.
Thank you so much, Smita.
Okay,
Thank
sir,
you so
and,
much.
Thank you to everybody.
And thanks
Thank you.
to Raghu sir and all the participants.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think Raghu sir has left. So I would like to thank all the participants again.
Yeah, we
Thank you
should
very
thank
much.
all the participants for patient listening actually.
Yes, sir. They are still with us.
Yeah. And thank you so much, Smita, once again.
Okay. Okay, sir.
I think I must have bored you with my elaborate answers and all.
No, absolutely not, sir. We have learned so much from you. You have so much of knowledge, and this is a really good platform where you can actually teach us, and that's wonderful, sir.
So I'm a student. I'm a student, Smita. I'm not a teacher. I would like to be a student for my lifetime. That's it.
Yeah. That's why, sir, like, I really respect your knowledge that you have, and it's wonderful, sir, to listen to you, sir.
Thank you so much for your compliments, Smita. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, stay connected, Smita. Yeah.